Welcome back. It is Wednesday, June 5th in the MLB, and my four favorite picks are on the way. What's going on, everyone? It's Logan from Calling Our Shot here on this fine Wednesday. Hopefully, we can make some money today. Before we dive into the picks today, as always, we got to do a recap of yesterday's picks on Tuesday. A mediocre day, 3-3. Obviously, I wanted it to be better than that. We had the Pirates on the run line and on the money line. What a cash there. I mean, we had the doubters. Every time I fade the Dodgers, it's like, whoa, that's not allowed. They come through. The Pittsburgh Pirates do the absolute bare minimum, win that game 1-0. What a game that one was. It was a fun sweat. And then we had the Reds on the money line. That one was luckily not really all that much of a sweat. Montes pitched an absolute gem in that game. And then for our losers, we had the Texas Rangers team total over 3.5. I felt really good about that one. I was willing to put a little bit more than just a unit on that one, and it did not pay off. The Texas Rangers are straight poverty right now. They have nothing figured out. Every hitter at the plate looked lost yesterday. I don't know what's going on with that team. I will not trust that team until they get it turned around. That's on me. Then we had the parlay of the day. Ketel Marte got his hit. Juan Soto went 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Damn, I shouldn't have put Juan Soto in there. I should have just ran it back with Mountcastle because the man had 2 home runs after going 0 for 5 the day before for us. I know that's how it works. I really should have just put Mountie in there. That's on me. And then we had the Marlins nerfy. Shout out Ryan Pepio. I don't know what that was. I said when the Marlins score in the first inning, they usually score a lot. Yeah, Ryan Pepio said, let's try to make that happen. Obviously, a frustrating day. It could have been a lot better than 3-3. We'll have to just take that one and move on. But yesterday, also kind of talking about yesterday, we had a Dinger Tuesday winner. So shout out at Carter2404 with the George Springer dinger. Oh, man, what a cash there at plus 830. Obviously, George Springer doesn't do a whole lot these days, but he gets the occasional home run. So shout out to you. I commented back on your post. We'll try to get payment information that way. If you want to comment on this video again and let me know there as well, you can go ahead and do so. But now let's dive into the picks for today because that's why we are here. As always, first pick of the day is the parlay of the day. Now, the last 2 parlays have been flops. I mean, I have to be better on those. I understand that. I picked 2, hitters that over the past 2 days just haven't done anything for us. The 2 hitters I picked today, I've already picked them. I really like them. You're going to have to go check out the article posted later this morning. We're going to send it off to the publisher in a little bit. Again, it will be in the pinned comment and on Twitter if you want to check that out. I don't think this one's losing today. I think these 2 hitters can be trusted. But now let's move on to our next pick. It is a team total pick. And I'm going to Philadelphia. Well, I'm staying here in Philadelphia. I'm taking the Milwaukee Brewers team total over 3.5, minus 115 odds on Bet365 is your best value in this one. Yes, here we are in Philadelphia. We got great weather in the afternoon, like mid-80s. Perfect hitting conditions for the Milwaukee Brewers to go over their team total. Now, yesterday, the Brewers, if you had their team total over, bad beat, man. They were 0 for 9 with runners in scoring position. I see a bounce back today coming for this Milwaukee Brewers team. I mean, that was terrible performance, right? Sometimes when you pick these team totals, either you get lucky or it was just a bad read. My Rangers one yesterday was a bad read because they did not even have the runners in scoring position opportunities. The Brewers had them. They just didn't convert them. First of all, if we look at this game too, let's frame this game properly. The total is set to 9, even though both games of the series have soared under. I think we see a lot of fireworks in this game. Now, the obvious side to be on in this one is the Phillies. Lay the wrong line with Aaron Nola versus crappy Aaron Ashby. I would never be caught dead backing the Brewers to win the game or be competitive with Aaron Ashby on the mound. But I think they're annoying enough against Aaron Nola today. I wouldn't go putting or throwing Phillies into every parlay expecting it to be free and a no sweat bet. I think the Brewers show up offensively, and it starts against Aaron Nola, as I mentioned. Aaron Nola, 3.03 ERA and a 1.03 whip. Solid numbers on paper for Aaron Nola. Now, you guys can see in the background right here, I'm a Phillies fan. I live in Philadelphia. I know everything about this team. What I do know is that Aaron Nola is worse at home. Doesn't make sense, but it is. He's got reverse splits. 4.01 ERA at home versus a 1.82 ERA on the road. Whatever his reason is, he pitches slightly worse at Citizens Bank Park. Also, Aaron Nola, what I do know is that if the runners in scoring position are there, he's been giving them up this year. He's allowing a 271 batting average with runners in scoring position. Obviously, the Brewers have to make him pay today. If you cannot strain those guys against a pitcher like Aaron Nola, you just got to shorten up your swing, put the ball in play. Normally, good things can happen that way. The Brewers had the chances yesterday. They just couldn't capitalize. I think they do better today, especially given their season average. Look at their season average. They're fourth best in batting average with runners in scoring position on the season. I still think this is a good team, a really good offense, and I think they make Nola pay. You look at some of these hitters splits versus Aaron Nola. You got Christian Yelich, who he's not in my hit parlay today. I'll tell you that because I'm not doubling down on him. But he's 11 for 36, batting 306 against Aaron Nola. Really good splits. Can't ask for much better than that. Contreras, 5 for 21. That's 238 average. That's okay. He's gotten hits off Aaron Nola. Got Monasterio, 3 for 5. Terang, 2 for 5. Even Gary Sanchez, 2 for 8. My point here, by bringing up a lot of these hitters, I don't have the lineup in front of me, obviously, but there's a lot of hitters that have had hits against Aaron Nola already. He's not that I'm going to be disrespectful. He's not that tough to get. For some of these hitters with familiarity, he's not that tough on them. I think these hitters get hits today. And then we look at the bullpen, right? So Aaron Nola hopefully does not pitch a full game shutout in this one. And the bullpen comes in for the Phillies. Phillies bullpen, 7th in bullpen ERA. Obviously, they've been improving a lot as the year's gone on. But this is the third time seeing these bullpen arms. This is the best shot for Milwaukee to get runs in this game. You've got, the maximum amount of familiarity in the series already. You've seen these bullpen arms twice now. I think the third time around, they're going to be able to get some more hits and runs late game in this one. I like the Brewers a lot to score today. I don't care how Aaron Ashby pitches. Quite frankly, if you want to go back the Phillies on the run line, you can do that. That's on you. I just think the Brewers score today. I think a 3.5 team total is right where it should be. I think they're scoring 4+ runs today. Now let's go on to the next pick. It should come as no surprise to you guys, right? Taking the Cincinnati Reds on the money line, -125 odds on BetMGM is your best value. Now, why is this no surprise? Because I already ran the Reds back in Game 1 and Game 2 of the series. I have to trust them to get the sweep today. I think the value's there. I mean, the Reds are not a team that's ever going to command a juiced, -150, -165 type price. And while they're not juiced, and why they are the far better team in this matchup, you have to keep riding them. Look, could they lose today? Sure. Any team can lose. -300 favorites can lose. But at this price, I'm going to go ahead and take them once again. I'm vibing with this team. Dakota Hudson starts for the Rockies, 5.02 ERA and a 1.48 whip. You know what? I've tried fading Dakota Hudson a few times on the road. That's on me. I shouldn't have done that because I'll bring up his home road splits. At home, Hudson has a 7.43 ERA compared to just a 3.41 ERA on the road. A pitch-to-contact pitcher like Dakota Hudson should not be pitching at Coors. I mean, that's just how it is, and that's why you see those splits. He's so much worse at Coors Field, and here he is at home. Got to fade this guy. Also, Reds hitting .524 off Dakota Hudson in 23 plate appearances. There's a little bit of familiarity there, and they've absolutely obliterated this guy. Dakota Hudson used to pitch on the Cardinals, so they saw him in the division. Lefties also hitting .267 off Dakota Hudson. There's going to be some left-handed bats in this Reds lineup. I hope they can do the damage today. I really do think they get to Dakota Hudson. With runners in scoring position, Dakota Hudson allowing a .283 batting average. 2 outs, runners in scoring position, allowing a .280 batting average. That was what happened yesterday with Ty Block. I mentioned he was bad with runners in scoring position. He allowed a few very timely hits for the Reds, and that's ended up that was what made the difference in that one because the Reds didn't do a whole lot in that late game. They just got enough off Ty Black, and their pitching held it down. And then speaking of holding it down, Graham Ashcraft, hold it down for us today. 4.76 ERA and a 1.45 whip. And Graham Ashcraft has been better on the road, weirdly enough. He's got the reverse split, 7.71 ERA at home versus a 3.11 ERA on the road. Obviously, he pitches in Great American Ballpark, a hitter-friendly ballpark. Here he is in Coors Field. How does he adjust to this matchup? I still think he pitches all right. Obviously, he's one of those pitchers that can get hit hard. But with runners in scoring position, what I like about Ashcraft is he's only allowing a .206 batting average. He's going to make these Rockies hitters work for those timely hits. And the Rockies, they have not been getting timely hits at all. They haven't been getting hits all in general against righties. Rockies are only hitting 200 in their last 5 games versus right-handed pitching. What are you doing for me lately? Rockies offense isn't doing a whole lot. They are slumping, and while they're slumping, gotta go on the other way on that one. It's not that hard. Cincinnati too, 13th in bullpen ERA. Colorado 30th in bullpen ERA. I've said this the past 2 times I picked the Reds. The Rockies bullpen is always liable for some runs in this one. This one could be tied 4-4 through 8 innings, and I would still feel really good about the Reds money line bet given the Rockies bullpen liability. I'm going to take the Reds in the money line again. I'm not trying to overcomplicate this. I think it's a great bet to make again today. I think they get the sweep in Coors Field. But guys, you know what time it is. Yesterday, Nerfy Nation took a hard L in the bottom of the first inning. But today, and where are we going today? We're going back to the scene of the crime. I love these types of picks. Rays and Marlins, no run first inning. Nerfy bet, minus 130 odds on FanDuel is your best value in this one. Now, I have to bring the energy, I have to bring the vibes, because we're running this one back. Yesterday was deflating to watch Ryan Pepio not be able to get those last 3 outs we need, but that's okay. We have 2 different pitchers, and they're going to get us this Nerfy bet. Well, who's starting for the Marlins today? Braxton Garrett. Braxton Garrett, 2-2 on Nerfies this year. Small sample size, obviously. He's won 2, he's lost 2. The Yerfies, though, you have to look at those. To the Mets and the Phillies, those are divisional opponents. Those are guys that have a lot of familiarity with Braxton Garrett. Obviously, this Rays team hasn't seen a whole lot of Braxton Garrett. I still like him to be able to get us those first 3 outs we need. Rays 23rd in first inning runs. They weren't the ones that screwed us yesterday. It was the Marlins. And speaking of that, Zach Eflin starts for the Rays. We need you to get us those last 3 outs that Ryan Pepio could not get us today or yesterday. Zach Eflin, much better than Pepio, especially in Nerfies. 8-2 on Nerfies this year. Zach Eflin, first time through the order, very tough pitcher to face, which is good because he's actually going to have to be on his A game because Marlins Nerfies are no longer automatic. You have to pick and choose your spots because the Marlins are 5th in first inning runs. This team, when they score in the first inning, they score a lot, and that's why they are high up on this first inning run scoreboard. But I still think Zach Eflin could get us those last 3 outs we need. Nerfy Nation, let's hopefully fly the flags today. Make up for yesterday's Yerfy, which we did not order. But a scene of the crime pick, I love that one. That'll do it for the picks today. Let's do a quick recap of them. We had the parlay of the day. It will be posted later this morning. Check the pinned comment. Check Twitter when that is posted. We also had the Brewers team total over 3.5. I love that pick. Reds on the money line. Gotta trust my Reds again. And then we have the Rays and Marlins Nerfy no run first inning that I just talked about. Thank you guys so much. Let's have a winning Wednesday. Let's have some momentum riding into the rest of the week, and I'll catch you on the next one.